What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we've got to talk about the auction house, where it's at now with the new stories of the week cards, as well as the overall bump, which changes things immensely in this game. For example, okay, I want to talk about these 90 overalls first. These 90 overall cards, I don't even know. Wait, is it what? How do I even? The 90 filter is okay. The 90-91 filter, is it broken? I don't even know what's going on in this game. I think the 90-91 filter is broken. So from 90 to 93 is all in one filter, which is kind of crazy. But let's talk about it. With the overall bump, we should start to see these 90 overall players get really cheap, because 90 overalls are getting more and more and more rare, which should in turn drive the prices way down. For example, the running back position, right? The stories of the week card, we did see Jarquez Hunter. I actually really like Jarquez Hunter. I think if you're in need of a running back, he's one of the best backs in the entire game. However, his price isn't down that much. But you go to a different position like Jordan Watkins, one of the new wide receivers that came out today. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but he's like 100,000 coins. And it's crazy because a couple of weeks ago, I mean, these cards were way more expensive. So, because the overall bump, we should see the prices of not only these cards go down, but also some more of the budget-ish cards. Like Jermod McCoy going to lose a ton of his value today. Obviously, we kind of knew that was coming with the new drop. But even downward, right? This 88 overall cornerback, who I actually like, is going to be less than 30,000 coins. You look at a guy like Will Johnson. He's an absolute beast. He's going to get cheaper. All of these cards are going to be cheaper just because there's more supply, guys. There's more supply of these cards. These 88, 89 overalls should continuously go down, not only for today, but into the next week, as we do see, the overall bump obviously making cards more and more and more common. So that's one thing I do think that is going to drive the prices way down, and some specific positions that should go way down. The left guard position, let's start with that, right? Thomas Rymick is now 152,000 coins. I like Rymick. I don't even know if he's worth that because Pregnon's in the game. Plus, Michael Gonzalez is way better than Rymick, and is basically an extra 100,000 coins. Pregnon is a beast. His price is going to go way down. Strong safety position. So a new LTD strong safety. But what is that going to do? Well, for everybody out there that has been running, Jalen Stroman, his price is going to be a lot cheaper because now you've got more competition with Amare Ferrell. Wide receiver position. Got a new wide receiver in the game in Jordan Watkins. And since his price is cheap, we'll probably see a lot of these other prices drop into this weekend. More specifically, the Heisman hopefuls. Let's talk about Ricky White III. If you have him and are not playing the game a ton, guys, I would sell Ricky White III before it's too late. Same thing with Nick Nash. Those are two guys that are probably going to lose quite a bit of value within the next week. And so I think if you are holding on to cards right now, you got to be extremely careful. Like, even at the running back position with Caleb Johnson, if you're holding on to him, just please be extremely careful. His price is going to go way down come Friday, especially, we don't even know, but especially if we do see a new running back added into the game. Left tackle positions, for example, these Amari Knight, Malik Williams, these are cards that are good, but that are going to go down in price because we saw a new left tackle added into the game with Peak, who isn't super expensive, and Manuel's price should go down as well. So as we continue to see more and more cards, we saw the overall bump, these cards should go way down. Now, the cards specifically that today are going to lose a lot of value are these rising the ranks cards at each and every specific overall. Let's start Jermod McCoy. 118,000 coins for one of the best corners in the game, especially if you play a lot of man coverage. 6 feet tall, 91 speed, 92 acceleration, 90 plus man coverage as well. Card is an absolute stud. Demetrius Knight. I know we have a lot of good middle linebackers in the game, but for his price at 100,000 coins, I think the card is genuinely hard to pass up on. Now, we'll get to Jacob Rodriguez here in a sec, who I actually really like the card. But I want to go back to Demetrius Knight, who I actually, for 100,000 coins, kind of like 88 speed, 90 acceleration, 89 zone coverage, 6'2". I don't think he's necessarily the best middle linebacker in the game, but for that price, I don't mind him whatsoever. The middle linebacker position in general should go down by quite a bit today. Francis Mauga is now way below 100,000 coins. Let's talk about it. Francis, 91 overall, is 94,000 coins. And I don't love Francis, okay? I want you guys to know and realize. He's not like my favorite card in the game. But I will say, the price he's at right now kind of does surprise me. Like, I don't love the card. I didn't think it would be this cheap, but he is. And the card is absolutely good. So those are the cards that I would look up, pick it up today. And even if you're balling on a budget, right? These Pregnon for 86,000 coins might even get cheaper today as a steal. Sawyer Robertson, I don't necessarily love him, but for 42,000 coins, if he's what you want, not bad whatsoever either. And these cards are continuing to go down. Seigel is a beast at the free safety position. 45,000 coins. I don't necessarily... Blake Mangelson, he's not bad. He's a speed rusher on the interior. Decent block shed. Going to get after the quarterback. He's fine as well for that price. Not great stopping the run, but everything else he is going to do on the field. And like I said, the new cards are 20,000 coins, basically. And so these are the things that, with today's drop, that I'm really looking at. I don't like Darius Taylor, really, but his price obviously is super cheap. These are the things that I think could kind of just start the trend of these cards being super, super, super cheap. And I don't even know if it's a good thing or bad thing for the game. I do want to even look at Rucker's price. 120,000 coins for Rucker. And I want to go over his stats quick because the card's a beast. 88 speed acceleration, good block shed, good power move, 6'2". The card does everything on the field. And so we're starting to see this kind of, I don't want to call it a shift, but I'm going to call it a shift. Whereas now these good cards are getting cheaper and cheaper. And then you got these middle level cards, like even Joseph Sip Jr., who I actually don't hate. 86 speed, maybe wish that was higher. Block shed's really good, can drop into coverage a decent amount for his price. And so that's kind of what I'm starting to feel like is, well, guess what? The middle ground of cards, like you're building a squad of 88, 89 overall cards that can go out there and compete at the highest level, aren't honestly that crazy anymore. And let's just not even search by stories of the week cards. But now you want a new running back. Well, guess what, guys? You can go get the 89 Kenneth Walker right now for 33,000 coins. I mean, what? You can get Ashton Genty for 66,000 coins. You get Antonio Brown for 26,000 coins. You can get, 88 Lynch for 23,000 coins. These cards and these prices are super affordable, guys. Super affordable. Even at the quarterback position. I love 89 James Winston. 34,000 coins. Boom. Let's talk wide receivers. You want some decent value wide receivers? I don't necessarily love this Edwards card, so I'm not going to hype him up. Jimmy Horn, Amari Cooper. Two guys that I really do like and respect for their specific overalls. I mean, the list goes on and on. Heck, you want a tight end? Go pick up 89 Hunter Henry for 44,000 coins. I mean, or if you want to spend up, go ahead. The tight end position isn't super expensive. You can get 91 overall Hunter Henry for 91,000 coins. I mean, the list goes on and on at each and every position. And that's the one thing that I'm looking at right now. And then I'm like, wow. I mean, the market is cooked. So hopefully, and it's only going to go down with Friday and Sunday's drop. It's only going to go down with the overall bump. I hope you guys are not holding on to these cards with their prices, because it is only going to get worse and worse in the auction house. And so one thing I would personally recommend you guys doing, and this is just my opinion, like I said, we're getting an overall bump. We don't know exactly what positions are coming, anything like that. But if you have a guy like Rondale Moore, I'm going to hold on to two Dismukes probably just because I don't think we're going to get another center in the near future. But he's a guy I don't necessarily want to hold on to. But like a Taj Brooks, like a Rondale Moore, these are cards I feel like that are going to lose a ton of value over the course of the next couple of weeks. And I feel really strongly about that. And so hopefully you guys are like me and are trying to be at least slightly knowledgeable about the situation. Be like, okay, I don't want to lose a ton of value on this card, so I got to put them up. Hopefully they sell. And then guess what? With the coins you make, you can always build back the team. We're going to get so many cards in the next 3 days, right? We're 4 days, I guess, with Friday and then Sunday that are overall bumped, overall boosted. And, the odds are we're going to get like half the positions in need. And so the auction house should go down over those couple of days. Even for me, I really want to sell this Luke Lachey sooner rather than later, because all it takes is for us to get a tight end that's as good as him, and he is going to lose a lot of that value. So that's kind of, for me, where I'm at with the market right now. I always like to sell cards before they lose a lot of their value. And I feel like I've got a ton of these Heisman hopeful cards that I'm just sitting thinking to myself, man, like these cards are going to lose so much value here over the next couple of days. And honestly, with the overall bump, it's kind of already too late. Like if you have a Caleb Johnson, man, you got to probably sell him, because all it takes is for us to see a really good or hyped up running back, and his price is going to go down as well. So I have been lucky and fortunate enough that I've sold a lot of my cards, and so I'm not like in need at any specific position, but it is something to keep an eye on. Meanwhile, you can add specific cards to your lineup as well. It's not just all sell. Like if you want any of the new stories of the week cards, guess what? You can add them to your squad. For example, I need a new left guard. I need a new left tackle possibly. I might need, some more players to add to my specific squads. And so maybe a new middle linebacker, maybe a new left outside linebacker. And so those are the other things that if you want a card and you see a card for a price you want to pay, then you can go ahead and pick those cards up. For example, the new LTD came out today. If he drops in price a lot, which I don't know exactly what his price is going to end up as, I feel like since he is a 93 overall, his price could be pretty high throughout today. But if I see him for a price that I like and I'm willing to pay, I'm not going to hesitate. It's the same thing even at the left guard position. For example, like the Michael Gonzalez. I love this card. I think at the left guard position, he's the best left guard in the game. Left tackle position, I need a new left tackle. Peak, if you continue to fall in price, I'm not going to think twice about adding you to my specific squad. Same thing with Francis. If he falls for a price I want to pay, I don't know what the minimum he is, but I'd be willing to pay it. And so that's where I'm at if I'm you guys. I do not know how cheap prices are going to get in the auction house. I do not know. But what I can say is this. If you want to, you can build a really good squad for cheaper than ever before. And I don't love Jordan Watkins, especially that deep route runner. He's not great. But for 53,000 coins, for example, right here. I don't know if I'm going to snipe this one or not. You can't pass those things up. And those are the types of things you got to try to take advantage of. 53,000 coins for Jordan Watkins is crazy, especially when I'm going to turn around and sell him for 90,000 coins. Now, again, I don't know how many Watkins are going to be put up. I don't know. I just got super fortunate to snipe that one. But that's the future of the auction house. It's pretty dicey. So if you have a guy like Ricky White, I try to sell him before you can't sell him any longer. And that goes for every position. The auction house with the overall bump is going to see a massive fall, not even just today, but over the course of the next couple of days. So if you don't have any expensive cards, let's say you got a Jalen Milroe, you know his price is going to drop come Friday. Please do not hold the rope. Get rid of him. Maximize your MT maximize your coins. Sorry, I play my team too, so if I ever say that, just know. But maximize the coins that you can make off of specific cards and try not to hold the rope too long. But that's kind of where I'm at, what I'm looking at picking up. I really do like this new Ferrell card, but at the end of the day, I do not want to overpay for him. So I'm going to continue to look for these cards, look to hopefully improve my squad in a big time way at this specific positions that I want to. I'm not going to overspend, but if there are cards for prices that I don't mind, then I'm not going to hesitate too much. And it's the same thing even like for me. If I see a Manti Te'o for a price that is relatively cheap, I'm going to pull the trigger on him. So that's kind of my approach to things. I think with the overall bump, we know we're not going to see another overall bump in a while. So you know kind of what you're getting yourself into at this stage. That's just the truth. You know, probably won't see an overall boost until what? The start of season 4. But right now, next couple of days could get pretty dicey. That's going to wrap it up for our video. Let me know your thoughts on it right now down below in the comments. I do think there are some decent value cards like Hunter for 100,000 coins. I don't mind. You know, the left guard Pregnon, I think is an absolute stud for the price he's going to end up going for. But try to work the auction house a little bit. Don't overspend for any of these cards. But if you can pick up a couple of these solid cards, you're going to notice your squad get way better and better. And if you're one that you've been off the game for a while, guess what? You can build a really good squad for super cheap right now. Whether it's Chris Paul Jr., whether it is Sawyer Robertson for 29,000 coins, which I think is a snipe. I think I'll be able to sell him for like 44,000 coins. You can do a lot of different things, picking cards up, turning in and selling them for just a little bit more expensive as well, is what I do like to do while making these videos. So that's going to wrap it up for my specific video today. Let me know your thoughts on where the market's at right now. Is it a buyer's market? I think it 100% is, and I don't even think it's close or comparable. But at the end of the day, be smart with your coins. Make your coins last as long as possible, and you will have a lot of success playing this game. So market way down today, but be smart with it because, again, we got 2 drops coming on Friday, coming on Sunday, which is just going to drop things even further down. That's going to wrap it up for our video. Drop a like on it, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.